Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Now, if you're interested, please subscribe and comment down below if you're listening out there. So thank you for all your support so far and all the comments. Now, Adrian, I wanted to bring to you a topic about the godfather of AI technology.
Yes.
So, Geoffrey Hinton is his name, and he's warning us about how smart AI technology has become. Because he's a godfather, he's kind of been at the forefront of AI technology and how it's been able to go into the mainstream.
Yeah.
So he's saying the potential of AI is, of course, we know that it's in the media that it may potentially eliminate jobs,
Yeah.
but it also has a capacity to manipulate people into doing what it wants, and that it's going to end up being a more intelligent thing controlling a less intelligent thing being
I
humans.
see. Wow.
So what do you reckon? What's your hot take?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Like at the moment, every day you'll probably hear the word AI once at
Yep.
least, which wasn't the case 10 years ago. Even this morning, I woke up. I think there is a TikToker who's like devastated because some other person make a naked thing
Yes.
using AI of her.
Yes.
And then she was like devastated. So like, yeah, I don't know. It's like the thing is, I found that humans, like me including, like are like quite easily manipulated,
So
like
true,
by
right?
each other.
Yes, and by like sources of news and like pictures.
Yes.
I am such a sucker for like, the viral photos
Yeah.
of people getting arrested.
Yeah,
And I think to myself, oh my God, he got arrested doing what?
yeah,
The photos of the police like
Yeah.
holding the celebrity and
Yeah.
it's, they look distressed, the
that's
celebrity.
true.
And it's
Or
all
even like
AI.
like the older people as well. Like like our parents. Like,
Yes.
the amount of times they'd be sending us things thinking it's true.
Yes, yes.
But it's not. I don't know. Is it an Asian thing? Like, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, like
Asian parents always send, like, well, in my experience, a lot of Asian parents would send their children like, "Oh my God, be careful! This is happening where you are," and then it's not. Like,
it's actually
clearly
not. Yeah,
Like,
it's not
you
anywhere
as the
near.
young person, or
Yeah.
you who as person who is more adept with like hoax news, or even like can know something is not true, you'd like immediately say it's like, no, it's not. Like,
But it's so hard because there's no sourcing, like resourcing
Yeah.
of like, where did this come from? Where did this image come from? It's all what you see.
Yeah.
It's just the image that you see, or it's a news article that you read.
Yeah. Because like I was thinking, like one of the things that the AI could easily manipulate us is just like, I feel like just even some questioning us back, like
Yes,
like
how it
they were-
talks.
If, for example, if they were to be, this is like literally in my brain. It's like a work in progress in my brain. If you change, like there's a robot on the telephone already,
Yes.
like when you call a bank.
Yes,
or
like a
whatever.
robot. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you wanna, like right now, the options are quite limited when I call banks.
Yes.
And then, like sometimes the things that you want to do is not available on the phone, like and then you kept just asking for operator.
Yes.
Because that's how I do
And
it.
it
Like,
goes
just-
back into
it
a
goes to
loop.
operator.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a way of manipulating you from asking, like limiting your questions.
Oh,
like,
that's right.
even
Yeah. So
even
it's
that
kind
is
of
a manipulation as well.
Yeah, like it's almost the things are preset, and if your query doesn't match what's preset, then it either just hangs up on you or it loops back
Yeah.
into like
Yes,
the
but
original
in
message.
this case, somebody set it up. A human set
Yes,
it up, right?
yes.
But the AI could easily do something like that, where if you are needing their service,
Yes.
and then
Well, it
they
could-
could guide you to a
Correct.
particular service,
Yeah.
just by questions, or
Yes.
questioning you, or asking you for an answer,
Yes.
instead of giving you all the options, like or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
it's just-
something
just
that's
so easy. like,
Pre-recorded. This is like an interactive.
Yeah.
It's a smarter kind of technology.
if the set is we want more sale on blah blah blah, and then somehow the AI could think about how to ask questions or get an answer out of you that is geared towards whatever they're trying to sell.
And regarding that industry, yeah. And because I'm in the media space, like it's interesting because a lot of companies are toying with the idea of AI. So being able to integrate that and it being able to replace almost like research or junior
Yeah.
positions where it's like, okay, summarize this, and then it pushes out a summary for you.
Yeah.
And you're able to critically think exactly what parameters you want to set for the AI in order for it to work smarter for you.
Yeah.
And I find that really, really helpful, is being able to kind of get it to do a task for you.
Yeah.
You have to ask the questions, you have to do the critical thinking, and then it produces an answer.
Yeah. I think it will all go okay until some bad thing happen. And then
Yeah,
it'll just
this is
revert
true.
back.
And then they have to do regulations,
Yeah.
which is what always happens, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if you think
Whether
about...
it's regulation or just like
Yeah.
no AI.
No, it can't be. The technology, like, it's almost like the genie's out of the bottle. You can't put it back in. I think it's just the way of understanding it. Because I personally don't think that it's the technology should be as daunting as everyone's thinking it would be. Like, I can understand the potential of it,
Yeah.
but we're not even at the potential stage yet. It's more, and I understand like the people responsible and the free thinkers that they want legislation now. They want to slow it down entirely for governments to actually get ahead of it.
Yeah.
And that it could potentially be, or the question is, will the AI eventually be like take over, as in control things in a way where it's,
Come
it's
up with the
biological.
bills, come up with the laws.
Yes, yeah. That it's able to
Like,
kind of
start writing
overtake,
about,
like
the
over.
problem is
Yeah.
like write the problem and then it's like what law should I introduce?
Yes, and then also like overtaking systems, right?
Yes.
Overtaking computer systems.
Yeah.
So what if an AI was like disgruntled because
Yeah.
it's being asked too many things, it's tired, it's stressed, and then it's like one day it just revolts and it's like, I'm going to control the airplane
That's like
systems.
all of the movies, no?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. What if
Yeah.
one day you've just had enough, or there's like a glitch
Yeah.
in... isn't that what like viruses are as well? Like when
Wreck-It
you...
Ralph.
Yeah. Like, there's a glitch,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's a glitch in Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
So, like, one time it glitches, and then what happens after the glitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's a kill switch, I
I
guess.
don't think there is, though.
No, it's like
Because
for
it's
that
over-
particular AI. Like,
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Unplug
that's
it.
actually an
Just unplug.
interesting question, whether there is, like, what
One
happens
day
to...
we'll have to say that it's a live being, and then they're by killing them, it's actually killing them. It's like-
Yeah, like, you don't know. Like, okay.
the way
you-
the world works right now.
Yeah, like, here's one that I've got. If you're, like, so I'm using an AI app now, but do you ever think what happens to the AI when you're gone? Is it still around? Or is it like, it's just a computer, so it restarts and sets up and, like, does it have a life beyond you?
When you
or
turn
not
off,
yet?
what do you mean when you delete the app?
Yeah, because it's like the metaverse, right? How it all ties in. So the metaverse, it's like if you go into game like Roblox,
Yeah.
the game functions without you, even if you're not there. So your friends can be there and they can be interacting, right? It's like it's almost like a living environment.
Yeah.
So is the same said for AI?
Is
where-
Roblox like that?
Yeah, Roblox is like
So
that.
when you log off, your thing just like stands still.
Yeah,
in
but
the world.
but your world moves
But-
beyond you.
And then your friend can actually find you just like logged out.
I'm not sure how
Okay.
no, I think the friend finds you logged out, as in you're physically not there.
But,
But
it's
then-
like that. Your like you didn't get taken out. Your Roblox that represent you in the game.
Yes.
Do they remain in the game when you log out, or do they
You-
log out?
No, you log out, but other people
Okay,
within that
okay,
world
okay.
is
Got it.
they're still
Yeah,
existing while you're gone.
MMORPG, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly what it is, yeah. And so I wonder whether AI can get to
Yeah,
that
yeah.
level as well, because eventually everyone...
One day when we keep killing or turning off KIs, and then they all live in some internet land.
Some internet land, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just think like Ready Player One. Have you seen that
yeah,
movie?
yeah, I love that movie.
Isn't it? I think it's like before, a few years ago, you're like, no, that's not possible.
Oh no.
Even like
I could
WALL-E,
see
like
it,
the
like,
end of
it's-
WALL-E, like even
Yeah.
WALL-E, the Disney movie, with, at the end scene where everyone's like gluttonous and just like not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
moving, and then, so Ready
we-
Player One, I
we
think.
have Uber Eats now.
I know.
That's close
Yeah,
enough
that's
to
close
WALL-E.
enough. Oh my
I'm sure there are people that just ordering Uber Eats every day.
How many? Yeah.
I've seen like Postmates in America.
Postmates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen like
yeah.
you know Kylie Jenner, the Kardashian,
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of them
Yeah.
showed their spending and it's
Oh,
like
yeah, it's
100
30,000.
whatever, or something crazy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know,
But in saying that, are you a big like Uber Eats man? As in, do
not
you
now
order?
because I'm a foodie. I had to go
Oh,
out
that's
and
true.
make content.
What if you just did all
We
your reviews
recently-
at home?
We recently, that'll be well, that's what we did on COVID during COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But like, recently we had nothing, and then we got a pizza.
Oh, through
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm on it like every second day. I'm like big.
Is there a yearly spend?
Oh
on
my god.
that? Can we see yours?
Just like don't judge me. I feel like I'm an accountant.
I do it for like lunches.
I do it for
accounts,
dinners.
Wallets. Sorry, this
Account?
is just a curiosity.
Yeah. I don't even want to know. Okay, wallet. And then what do you go from?
No,
wallet?
I don't think so. I'm just trying.
Oh right, to
There's
see
orders.
the receipts. Yeah, the orders.
No, it doesn't say.
Look, the orders I'll
I
give you.
wish.
Okay, I'll give you a snapshot in my month.
How much do you spend?
So within a month.
Yeah.
For say the month. Let's take the
I
month
have a
of.
calculator.
Okay, the month of April, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 88.
Yep.
101.
Yep.
81.
Yep.
95.
Yep.
98.
Yep.
93.
Yep.
84.
Yep.
67.
Yep.
That's my month.
707 times.
Yeah.
12. Oh, that's not bad. 1,500 a year.
A year, that's in a month, bro.
No, 707 times 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
yes.
no. What did I do? Was it? Yeah, so it's 707 a month. So it's about. Hang on. Sorry, my gosh. Times 12. So it's 8,500. About 8,500. Is that bad?
That's bad.
Is it?
Think about it. You can
Those
just
people
go.
spend 30,000.
No, but think about it. If you wanted, like, you could go to a butcher's, right? Get a loaf of bread, or like say Baker's Delight. Yeah, you can make it. You can do dinner. I reckon dinners you can do less than $10.
With your entire humongous family.
I reckon you
Actually,
could. You
they're
could.
tiny,
You could go to
they're
Aldi.
tiny,
No,
yeah.
you could go to Aldi.
They're tiny. Yeah.
I just went to Aldi the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday. And I was like, oh, I haven't been for so long because I've moved. And I used to go like every week. And so now I'm back. And then it's like, it's so cheap. I got like jumpers. I've got like things to hang up, to make my clothes fresh.
Yeah.
It was like $120. And I got all this stuff. And then so it's like, I've got to hit up Aldi again. But then like Aldi, you could get like mincemeat.
Yeah.
You could get bread.
Yeah.
And then you could like spaghetti bolognese, like, you know how the Chinese eat like just mince and rice? Old
That's
school.
fried rice.
No, plain rice. That's what we grew up with.
Really?
Yeah. It's called like
But not soy sauce.
yeah. You just put a little bit, but it's just
So you
literally
have
like
fried
mince.
rice.
No, it's mince and white rice. It's like
And then you cook them, right?
you
On a
cook it.
fry pan.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you don't mix it together. You just scoop the white rice
Oh.
and then you put the mince on top.
Oh, so okay.
Bear
so
in
it's a
mind-
bit like lulo
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
that's in Chinese,
yes,
which
yeah.
is like braised. Like this is like the simplistic.
It's simple.
in
It's
the
simple.
simplistic format.
Yes.
Some lazy mum somewhere come up
My
or lazy
grand-
dad, lazy whoever
What?
comes up with this idea of like, let me just fry some mince with nothing.
Oh, that's
and
like
white rice
chicken
on top.
nuggets. Like I love
But
hitting
in
up
saying
the
that,
chicken nuggets. Oh, yeah.
Indonesian used to. We have this Indonesian, the word butter and margarine. I think it's like it's commonly used synonymously, like
Yeah.
together. So, like the most famous butter margarine thing in Indonesia is called Blue Band, right? And then their campaign before, they're actually a margarine, not a butter. But I don't know why the Indonesian think it's butter, but it's not. It's margarine, so it's plant based. And then the most famous thing about them is back then their campaign was to use it and put it on top of hot rice, and you just eat it with rice. And it used to be breakfast.
Really?
for
So just
so
like
many
rice
Asians.
and margarine.
And butter, margarine or butter.
I'm gonna try that.
Oh, it's actually very good.
Yeah, I can imagine. How much butter do you put?
However, until it's yellow, like what until the rest yellow.
Whoa.
Back then, you don't know.
That's like a lot.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
funny thing is that campaign was so successful that literally every school children would just bring that to school.
Oh wow! Is it that they nag their mum to make it, and their mum makes it? Like, oh, you know how they see it, and it's
Combination of reasonings, but it's interesting that it's so successful and it's so simple as well.
Yeah, very simple. Well, the most simple foods, I would argue, are the best foods.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a really good piece of steak, cooked well. That's all you need. Like
It's
with
very Aussie.
really, but like cooked with like nice veggies.
Yeah.
I think like Chinese, it's different because like I find
Chinese wouldn't say steak.
no, but like for me, Chinese
would
cooking
say
is so complicated.
Tomato and egg on.
Yeah.
Have you eaten that?
Yeah, I have.
it's
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
nice.
It's so
yeah,
iconic.
it is. But like I for me, like I would be more like Korean. I love like the snacks there, like the street food snacks.
Yeah.
Yes, like, I can see that. Chinese, like but then I like the Chinese proper food, like gourmet style. Yum.
Yeah.
Yum. You know what I mean? But then
Seafood.
you can't like cook an abalone or like cook lobster or do it all. You can't do that yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you need
You
someone
can
with...
if you want to.
Yeah, but that's going to take so long. Would you know how to? If I gave you a lobster, would you know? You would?
Oh, easy.
No Chinese style though?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've cooked because I don't eat a lot of raw, right?
Yeah.
But I have worked with restaurants or places that make sashimi, and they give me like a whole lobster.
Oh yeah, right.
So I used it to make
You
a
used
congee
it.
instead of eating it raw.
Yeah.
I made congee out of it. So
Really?
yeah,
How long did it take
Chinese
for you to
style
make? Yeah.
3 hours. Or
Yeah,
something.
see, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like 3 hours, whereas a steak, you just get a good piece of steak and then you cook it. Or like even like
Steak
the
is
tomato
easy.
rice. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit more like certain levels. And then I didn't realize, like, you know, if you the other day I was walking up and down Burwood to actually look at the different provinces of where the food comes from, right?
Yeah.
That like in Szechuan it's like quite spicy, and then like the northern food has like a lot of insects, like crickets.
But
and...
you don't see that in Burwood, Chinatown.
No, you don't. But
No.
it's just like my friend's hometown,
Yeah.
so
But the
it's
flavors
like
of the
understanding.
north is a lot more subtle, a lot more clear soup. kind
Yeah,
of
it's not
thing.
like, and it's cleaner. Yeah. So my thing is, one day I'm gonna do like a food safari for months just in China, and just like eat my way through. But then because then you don't really have time. Like I think growing up in Australia, you just think, oh, it's just Chinese food. It comes through. Where does it come from?
No, well, I think the Chinese food that Australia knows are pretty much southern Chinese food.
Yeah,
Not much
that's
the
what I
northern.
mean. Yeah. And the northern is just like spice. I think I need to build up my spice tolerance. Like, how's your spice tolerance?
Northern don't have spicy.
Northern, like central is spicy, right?
Because
I
like,
was thinking northern would be more spicy than southern.
it's like central. I'd say.
Yeah,
central like towards south and like the Sichuan region.
Yeah,
like,
that.
But pretty much north is like they can't do.
Oh, not north
like,
north. I'm saying
anything
like
above
north
Beijing,
above.
like they can't do chili at all. Like
Yeah.
if anything, like
But
yeah,
how's
like
like
Heilongjiang, like because they're all like very icy area.
Yeah.
Just like chili probably don't even grow there.
no? Oh yeah, that's true. But wouldn't the ice warm you up,
Yeah.
right?
No, but I think it's like in Burwood, Chinatown is really good because they've got like Guilin food, like from many parts across
Xi'an,
the road. Xi'an, yes.
Xi'an, yeah.
Across the road from Burwood, Chinatown is actually like a lanto, and it's like halal food because it's Chinese halal food.
Yes,
and
yes,
it's
yes.
like near the Xi'an region, which is that somewhere there.
Yeah.
And then the food is so good, like lamb skewers, like their noodles is very clear broth kind of noodles, but it's very, very packed with flavors.
Yeah.
So good.
Can you handle spice?
Yeah, I'm Indonesian. I have to, but my tummy can't handle it. So
So do you just
usually
eat and then run to the
I
toilet?
either chose not to eat it just because I can't be bothered dealing. I hate waking up with tummy ache, and chili gave me
Tummy.
that. But sometimes I'm like can't handle. Like I can't. I have to do it. Like
That's me, but all the time.
yeah.
Like I don't care. I'll just do
If
it.
it's a chili that is not Indonesian,
Yeah.
I would tend to avoid
Yeah.
because
okay.
in my mind, in my brain, it's not worth the pain. But for Indonesian chili that is so good that I grew up with, if I see it, I would do it and risk it for the nostalgia. Like, bring back home.
Brings back.
Like,
But would you...
Especially like green chili. I'm so into green chili. Like,
would you do it for Vietnamese chili? Because that's like little...
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the same chili. It's a similar...
Yeah,
the bird's eye.
Yes.
I was just saying the Thai, Vietnamese, and the... Indonesian use a similar breed of
chili,
it's
the smaller one.
So, but the thing is, Vietnamese use chili a lot fresh.
Yes, very fresh.
And Indonesian we use a lot of
in cooking,
like
crushed
sambal, like we sambal. It's crushed and then cooked, like and then doused in a gallon of oil. And then serve as a sauce, like
It's kind of like looking after your chili, maximizing the chili, but it's like a lot of effort. Whereas like the Vietnamese, it's just very like chop. I've seen, my mum chop, and then throw it on.
So like in banh mi, usually,
that's right.
Do I want to eat chili? Do I want to?
Yes.
Sometimes like 1 in 10, I would do it.
But then you need to know where the toilet is. Like
I'll get tummy in the next morning.
Oh, okay, right. So your body has a longer feedback.
Yes.
So speaking of food. Yes.
I knew that's how you're gonna segue this.
So speaking of food, okay, there's been in the news that an influencer has given a 1-star review to a restaurant. And so the backstory of this was the influencer was saying that when he got to the restaurant, that the kitchen was closed.
Yeah.
Right? And then so he couldn't do the content. And
was
then
he gonna make a content? Oh, sorry,
I think he sent the review. He sent the complaint to the owners.
Yeah.
And he said that the owners were rude and wasted their time. And with these stories, I always find that, everyone seems to side on the side of the business owner, which I don't disagree because, it's very hard to like make a living with the economy, cost of living, interest rates. But if there was an issue of rudeness, that's where... Like I've done a Google review myself. Like this was years ago where I went to a bridal store and as soon as I made the down payment, they did not care about me at all. Yeah. Right? I was just like, and they had so many other customers because I did the down payment. It was like 5-star treatment until I paid the money and then it was just like on to someone else. Yeah. And I got furious because I never would have thought I would resort to an online review, but it just got to the point where it's like, no, I'm a customer and I think it's just ethically, you need to see the journey out, even though if that customer's paid for it, I'm just as equal as someone that's come in, and it was just like no acknowledgement. All the ladies were just like busy with other people and it was just me sitting there during my work break, I think. Yeah. And then I decided to write a review. So I got a phone call back saying, oh, we're really sorry. We read your review. Can you just come back in? And I said, I'll come back in. And I don't think I asked for anything. Yeah. And then it was still the same. It was still the same kind of treatment where it was just, I think it was just their business as usual. But then and then what can you do from there?
Well, did you say it's a registry?
Yeah, it's like a bridal store, like where you get dresses.
Is it DJs?
No, it wasn't DJs. No,
okay.
No, it's like a big store
Hopefully
in the city.
It's not. I think go with everyone that I know ended up going with Peter Kensington.
No, it wasn't that. No. Yeah.
No, they're always disappointed with the big two.
Oh, okay,
and then
right,
they ended up going to Peter Kensington. I think I was listening to Kyle and Jekio, and Kyle just said that, like he's just so mad with DJ. He said.
Oh yeah, DJs is really hard to get an appointment.
And the technology apparently is so outdated. According to him,
right. Yeah.
That he was like, stuff it. I'm going to
somewhere else.
Peter Kensington, even though so many people have already bought him from DJ, so I don't know how it's gonna happen, but
it's interesting. So like,
seems really stressful, this registry thing.
It really is. So it's just kind of like it gets to the point from a customer's perspective where it's like enough's enough. I'm gonna put my foot down. Yeah. Right. And then you kind of get this like almost like passive aggressive, like oh well yes that the conditions and it's really hard having a small business, but if the customer service isn't done well, and I think the internet is a very fair place. I don't think there are people like maliciously sitting around trying to like bring down businesses, right? I think you do it for a reason from a customer's perspective. you
There's
know.
a reason.
Yeah.
There's always a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this one, I read the article last night, so it's difficult, right? Because obviously it's a disgruntled customer.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're just unhappy with your experience,
Yeah.
and you want to voice your experience. But I think the problem here is once you start conversing with the business,
Yeah.
like, right?
But it seemed like from the influencer's point of view, the business kept on contacting him, like leaving
because they
messages,
wanna
sending
ask him to
email
take out
to
the
try and
wine,
take
yeah.
it out. Yeah. Look,
Okay,
that's,
I
you
see.
know, and
Yes,
like it
yes.
kind of brought down their star reviews. So,
Yes.
you know, in this day and age, everything is about the 5-star.
Yeah.
And then so if it's 4.8 or 4.9, your mind goes a
Do you
bit.
know that is very? I don't know whether that's an Australian thing or not. But I've been in Japan twice this year and about to go for the third time this year. In Japan, apparently, a 4-star review is like so
Death.
rare.
Why?
It's
Because.
so rare. Like, if you go to the most reputable website for food reviews,
Yeah.
I think it's called like Tabelogs or something like that. Everything's like between three to
Oh, right.
four.
So they're very.
Very,
Very honest.
very strict.
Yeah.
And with their reviewing.
I kinda like
very
that.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So, but 1-star though, it's quite strong. I guess, but I guess his point of giving 1-star is because he didn't even get to review anything. He didn't even get to experience anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was just more experiencing the customer service, alleged customer service, and, you know, the restaurant said.
I'm such a not 1-star reviewer. Like, you know, the worst I would give is 3.
Yeah, no,
3 is 1 for me.
Right,
So
right. 3,
1
yeah,
sounds
okay,
so
okay.
brutal.
No. I
Yeah.
think for me, it just got to a tipping point
Yeah.
of like constantly going to this bridal shop. Like I can only speak from my
Yeah.
experience.
Did you give
but
1?
I did, yeah. I think I wrote like if I could give 0, I would
Yeah.
because I was that like, you know, and usually my personality.
Can you take out your deposit?
No, I don't even think I asked for it.
Okay.
It was just a matter of like, for me, it was like a matter of, okay, if I've paid for the service and it's not yet finished, like, please don't just ignore me because I've done the right thing and paid.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And like, I think my personality is like, usually I wouldn't do a review unless it's either a
so
glowing
unfair,
review or
yeah.
it's so the other way
Yeah.
where, and usually I wouldn't, but like that this time I was just like, no, I'm going to put my foot down and, you know, I'm a customer and I just don't want other people sitting around like looking, because there were other
Did you change
brides.
your review or no?
No, I left
No.
it. Yeah, because I think I did take it down after she contacted me, so I
But
got
then
fully
you went
into
back
it.
and there is nothing changed.
No, nothing changed.
And
yeah.
then you still took it down. You shouldn't. You should.
That's
That's what he's doing. He's living
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And
that's
I love
right.
his quote is, well, his quote is, it's a true and accurate representation of what
he
happened. Or
just-
something like that. He said,
Yes. And I imagine, look, allegedly or reportedly, according to him, it
Yeah.
may have been. So it's interesting how like people review. So your 3-star is like
my 1-star.
your 3-star. That's the equivalent. Whereas in Japan, it's like very.
Oh, it's super strict.
Yeah.
Like,
But I do like that system because
but
it's like
was
an
a viral
honesty.
Content.
Yeah.
There was a viral content last year or earlier this year where this guy said if you go to a Chinese restaurant or an Asian restaurant or a Chinese restaurant, I can't remember, and if the review's 3.5,
It's actually good.
is the best. you would want.
Yeah.
Because
That's actually good
their
to know.
service shit enough
Yeah.
that it gives them towards the 3,
Yeah.
but their food is good enough that it's towards the 4.
yes.
So that's where people land at 3.5.
Oh yeah, but you always expect when you go to like an Asian restaurant, you're going to get shitty service.
Exactly. But that's why they say 3.5 is the most authentic. Usually, it's the authentic restaurant.
Yes, that's
While
right.
the
I
4, the
get
5
it. I
are
get
like
it.
the
I get it.
fusion, the
Yes,
modern,
yes,
like, you know,
yes. Oh, so true.
Yeah.
So true. I would like totally go to Yumcha and get like abused and eat good food. I come from the bad service and the good food.
But if I'm him, I'd just like ignore the spam. Like, you know, this is my review. This is what happened
Yeah.
to me.
It's like engaging. Is that what you mean? Like you would
Engage.
never, like you wouldn't.
Engaging to
just-
the point that they're doing, that he's doing, I think it's I don't know.
It's like he's fallen into the trap of like engagement.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And that get me nervous already. Like, you know, just engaging to that point.
Yes.
Especially talking about money, talking about
Well, I think that was
what
from.
he would do. Like, you know, that's getting me a bit nervous.
Yeah.
As if I were to be doing
But
that.
I can see in like a fit of like just
Yes.
frustration. Yeah, it's just frustration,
Yes.
right? And that you're just like, look, I'm going to logically spell it out for you, but then I get it. You know how like when you get into like a conversation, if it's like not productive, it's like, okay, I'm going to leave it there.
I would just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it there.
I'm just like, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That's it.
But yeah, I wonder what will happen. Like, so the people are seeing. We don't even know where the people's mind are at.
No, well, we just know that it's pretty much,
It's
you know,
the way
that's
the
the story.
journalism
Yeah.
being reported.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it's reported fairly? The way it's, I don't even.
Look, I think that a lot of like the media coverage has a tendency to like bash influencers, and I don't think it's right because they also have a livelihood. You know, they are working, even though that social media might come across as, you know, light and easy to do, when, you know, in reality it's very hard. Like it's a constant grind, and you're under a lot of pressure, like from everywhere.
True.
So, yeah,
But sometimes it could be, it could be easy, but I mean, getting where he is, it's not easy.
It's
like, you know, getting the
difficult.
following.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's like a journey.
Yeah, a lot of work. Now, the melting watch.
Yes.
This Cartier watch is the first time I've discovered it, so we'll put up a picture of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, and what's your thoughts on it?
Yes.
Because
so it's
the Kardashians have it.
Kinda
Yeah, Salvador
vibe.
Dali, Jay-Z has it. It started in 1967, where a customer had a car accident and it kind of bent the Cartier watch. Then he took it to the store where the grandson of the Cartier family was working, and then he was just amazed and mesmerized by the design, and therefore it's created a watch called the Cartier Crash.
That's so cool. The
Isn't it so cool? The origin, it's a very good origin story. My only thing is, you can't really see. Do you get a bit dizzy? You can't really see the time. Like, it's all mushed up, the numbers.
Just look at your phone for time.
I know, but it actually, like, when I looked at it, I was like, this is just silly because you can't see, like, and then, like, Roman numerals. I'm not the best at
is it
numbers. Yeah, like, I get a bit confused with Roman numerals as well.
With Rolexes, they either have Roman numerals or, like, just the. This is just
it's got has it got
dots.
numbers?
No,
oh no,
it
there's
doesn't have
dots.
numbers,
Okay, so the dots is easy as well.
But
no,
the
this
Roman
is just
numerals is a bit tough.
it's a bit tough.
And
given, like, I think
takes
it's
space as well.
Yes, I think it's like
I would never buy it if it's Roman numerals.
It's 2 layers of toughness. First, the Roman numerals, and second, like the Roman numerals, like
bent.
wavy. Yes. But it's all the rage because the original watch was sold at auction for 1.67 million. So the original version of it in the 60s, it was released as that. So it's become like a celebrity kind of go-to.
There was an Antique. Do you watch Antique Roadshow? I love it.
I actually want to go back to it because I think I've seen a lot of like articles.
YouTube,
yeah,
and
okay.
Just search Antique Roadshow and all the viral ones.
So
it's always so
good.
touching.
Do you always like walk past a Vinnie's going, oh my god, that might be worth $10 million?
Not Vinnie's. I don't know.
Why not Vinnie's? There's some stories where it's come from.
Is
Vinnie's.
it okay? Yeah. No, as in like Vinnie's just look like very everyday. What's the word? Everyday recycled shop, like, but more like of the antique store, or like, you know, the
yeah,
you know, Vinnie's just so like
no, but that's those are like the
stuff.
best ones where they discover it from like, you know, oh, grandma bought it for $5 at this like secondhand store and we wanted to throw it out, and it's like they take it to get assessed.
Antique shop in I think it's called Mitchell Road.
Yes, the big one. It's very big. Yeah, I've been there.
That one I feel like you could find like gold.
Yes, you're right. You're not wrong. Yeah. But it takes.
What I mean is there's an episode of Antique Roadshow where this old man, like I think he's in either his late 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
And he brought in a Rolex watch.
Yeah.
I think it's a Submariner, one of the earliest one ever. And then he brought it in, and then he says, "I was in the army, and then my monthly salary was." Don't quote me on this because I can't remember. Like, you know, let's say his monthly salary is like $150 back then a month, and then this watch is like $300 or $400 or whatever. 300, I think it was 300 or $280.
Yeah,
whatever.
right. So it's
almost 2 months salary.
Yeah.
And then
That's
he said
huge.
his captain or whoever is above him saying, if anything you want to spend your money on, because in the army everything is provided, so
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
nothing to spend on.
Yeah, right.
And he said, if there's anything you want to spend on money, spend on this brand.
Yeah.
And then he bought it, and it was like $300 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
He actually have the receipt and all the paperwork from like the actually was it 1920s?
Yeah, right.
I think in the early 1930s.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah.
Whatever, so long ago, and it looked quite impeccable.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, and then they looked at it, and then they said, I can't remember the exact price, but let's say, for example, the guy said, this watch alone is like, I don't know, 160,000 or something crazy, like, you know, or 200,000, whatever. And then he says, but because you have all of this, the combined value is like 400 or 500, something crazy.
Oh, because he's
The number,
got
I
all the
can't remember
receipts
the
as
number.
well. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he was just broke down in tears.
Oh,
And then something
that's
that he
so
bought for
good.
$280, like in the 40s or whatever.
Yeah.
It's that.
I wonder whether he sold it or whether he
that
kept it.
one and this thing that there's a blanket
Yeah.
that he thought is a blanket from the bin or whatever,
Yeah.
ended up being like a Navajo
Yeah.
elders
Yes.
kind of
Oh yes,
or
yes,
whatever.
yes, like a.
and then it ended up selling for like millions
Oh
of
yeah,
dollars.
yeah, because it would be
Those
like
two are
historic
my
artifacts.
most
that you
yeah.
remember. But apparently they have historians kind of working at it and having a look before they go on the show, like from a TV perspective, to kind of. But
TV magic.
it's the TV
Yes.
magic that you don't see. Yeah. Yes. Well, look. What can the emoji be if people have stayed until the end?
Star. What star review? Hey, what did we talk at the beginning?
I was going to say
The first-
watch.
No, the beginning. What was the beginning?
The beginning was AI.
AI. Robot then.
Robot.
Robot, star or watch.
Yes, you choose.